Hey guys, this is Grace and welcome to layout number 4 of our mixed media mini series here on my YouTube channel. I'm showing you all the things that I'm going to be using. I'm going to have some doilies there. These are some rub-ons, very old rub-ons that I've kind of just rubbed on some scraps of paper, and I did that a long time ago, so I want to use that up. And then I have this cut file love that I cut from my silhouette and some black cardstock. I have a brown cardstock and then some stencils, and here is the container of my stencil here. I just got that at Daiso, and then I'm using metallic luster and also textured paste. That's going to be my mixed media products for this particular video. So I'm starting off with this stencil from Prima, and basically what I want to do is I want to mix up the texture paste and the metallic luster. Metallic luster is from Deco Art, and then the texture paste is just from Michaels. And my initial thought is that if I mix the gold onto the texture paste, that it will just make the gold chunky, like a paste, but it will retain its shine. Well, it didn't really do that, but it's alright. I can just add a little bit more metallic in there to make it work. And actually that metallic luster has a little bit of texture already in there, so I'm going to actually add that on a black cardstock as well, and I like that result better. So just want to give you a heads up that if you mix that product with some texture paste, that, and especially if it's shiny, that you might lose the shine of whatever product you're mixing it to texture paste. So I already have an idea of where I want my pictures to go. It's going to be a center based layout or design, and so I'm putting some of that texture paste on the sides of the layout, just so it will show up when I do add my photos. And I have two 4x6 photos that I will be adding here, so that will take up a big chunk of the space. And one of the things that if you've haven't used, or if you don't use texture paste that often, is if you use it with stencils, you have to wash it or clean it right away, because the texture paste do get hard, and so it will be harder for you to clean it up later on. So just to give you a heads up on that. I love texture paste. I just that's one of those things that I forget to use. I really love how it just brings a slight dimension to your page, and I really like that one. So this time I wanted to see how this texture paste gold combination will look on black, and it is so pretty. I really like it because the black background is just so striking that the gold really pops up on it. So I'm just going to be basically what I'm doing is I'm just using up all of the texture paste that I had pulled out, and I'm doing that there. I love that on the stars. That stencil, the star stencil, I believe is from Deco Art maybe. And then this is just dots, and that one was from Heidi Swap, I think. So here I'm adding that metallic luster just by itself, and you can see through the video how very shiny that is compared to the muted one where we mixed it with texture paste. And I really love the result of just the metallic luster. And you know what, I've had that product for forever. I want to say like 5 years or something, and it's one of those things that, well, I know I was afraid to use it. I don't know why, but I was afraid because I had no clue what it was. And so just recently, part of my spending freeze, I wanted to really bring back the love for the supplies that I have kept. And so that's one of those things where I wanted to bust it out and I wanted to play with it, and I'm so happy I kept it. And I hope that inspiration will strike me some more in the future, so that I can use it up, because it's a really cool product. I have it in gold, in bronze, and in silver. So now that I'm done with all of my texture pasting, is that the word? Well, I'm done with all of the mixed media that I'm going to be doing. I made sure that I clean that up, and then I cut up or I trimmed the white piece and trimmed that to about a 1/4 inch smaller than the card base. Excuse me. And then I actually, because a texture paste causes some um, warping of the paper, I wanted to make sure that it doesn't move, and so I sewed the edges of it. And then here I'm tucking those doilies there on the top and the bottom side. So my photos are of my daughter. This was her Halloween uh, costume. I think it was 2015, and she wanted to be. Initially, she wanted to be Cleopatra, I think, or something like that. And then we didn't really have something to go with that. And oh no, you know what? I think she wanted to be um, Madeline from, oh, what's that? I forgot already what it is. But she wanted to be this one um, costume, and we couldn't find anything in the thrift store, and so we kind of looked around, and then she had an idea that she wanted to be a goddess, and so that's basically what she was. And so the colors in the photo were very muted. It had browns, it had whites and blacks, and so that's why this layout is predominantly those colors as well. I did wanted to add the gold because I wanted to use up that gold doily. So that's for the main reason. And then for those um, texture paste that I added on black cardstock, I cut those in circles just to kind of change it up a little bit. And as you can see, I have been covering a lot of those texture paste that I created in the background, but that's okay. I mean, you can still see a lot of it on the top, you know, where the title is going, and then on the bottom right. Or I guess I'm covering that up too. It's been a while since I've made this layout. Now those rub-ons, what I did was I just rubbed it on some paper without like having any plan with it right at that time that I did, because I just didn't want to save all my rub-ons. For some reason they have kind of an expiration date. They don't rub very well anymore after a certain time period, and so these ones I just wanted to save them, so I just added them on a scrap paper and then just set it aside in my scrap space. And then now I'm using them, so there's just a pop of pink here, but then the rest are very muted colors. So that's my layout today. I hope you liked it, and if you have any questions, just leave it in the comment section below, and I will catch you guys another day. Bye.